We've been in southern Utah for a couple of weeks now, and we've absolutely loved it so far. We weren't sure what we would think of the town of Kanab because it is a very small town, much smaller than we're used to. But honestly, it has been so awesome being in a small town. We've really enjoyed it, and there is just so much to explore everywhere that we go. So right now we're on our afternoon dog walk. We're on some BLM land. There are thousands of acres of BLM land in Utah where you can drive on roads that they've created onto the land, hike, camp, just so much exploring to do. Last night we went out to Horseshoe Bend, which is a really popular place near Page, Arizona. It was about an hour and 15-minute drive from Kanab. I didn't take a whole lot of video there because if you're familiar with Horseshoe Bend, it is super popular. We went right after sunset, so thankfully it was a little bit less crowded, but there still were a decent amount of people there. So after this, I'll insert some clips from last night. It still is an incredible place if you ever have the opportunity to visit. It's so unique, so beautiful, and just gives you that like feeling where you like can't even believe what you're looking at. But yeah, we were happy to go visit it. We went there maybe 4 or 5 years ago, and so it was neat to go back and visit it again. But yeah, other than that, we've just been enjoying the desert, getting to explore. Didn't expect there to be snow, but there's not too much, so that's okay. And yeah, just have been loving it. Horseshoe Bend, located near Page, Arizona, was carved by the Colorado River and is roughly 1,000 feet deep. It has become extremely popular, and traffic has risen from 4,000 visitors per year to 2.2 million visitors per year. Since the last time Paul and I visited, they've built a new parking lot, a new trail, and added in a guardrail around a portion of the rim. If you're visiting a highly trafficked place such as this one, always remember to leave no trace and be respectful of the land. Okay, now back to our dog walk. I know I said there were thousands of acres of BLM land in Utah, but I did some research and there's actually 22.8 million acres of public land in Utah. This makes up about 42% of the state. If you're not familiar, BLM stands for Bureau of Land Management. This land provides a ton of opportunity to explore the outdoors. Before heading home, we realized it was probably time to get the Jeep to a car wash. Keep watching to join us as we head to Zion National Park. It's a couple of days later now, and we're out on a very exciting adventure today. We just drove on a very snowy road into Zion National Park, and now we're doing the trail to Observation Point. It's about a 7-mile trail, only about 700 feet of elevation gain, so shouldn't be too steep at all, and we should have an amazing view at the end. There's hardly anybody on the trail because there's so much snow. Thankfully our Jeep made it here just fine, and we were the only car in the parking lot. I know you're able to take a shuttle to about a half mile away from the trailhead, so there might be a couple of other people out here, but other than that, it's nice and quiet. It's only about 20 degrees, but there's no wind and the sun is shining, so it does not feel cold at all, thankfully. Should be a beautiful day for a hike.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
We're currently about a mile in, and I'm taking a little breather. The jackets have come off, even though, like I said, it's probably only 20-25 degrees. The sun is so warm. So just taking a little break. The deep snow definitely makes it much more difficult to walk on the trail, even though we're not going uphill very much more difficult to be trudging through the snow. We just found some tracks that go across the trail. Some pretty big paw prints. We're not sure what animal that belongs to, but it has some pretty big feet. Paul's guess is that it was a mountain lion because there aren't any bears out here. No moose. Didn't look like deer. Looked too big to be a deer.
Didn't have hooves.
Yeah, didn't have hooves. Definitely not a coyote. So unless we're missing something, I think that leaves a mountain lion. Thankfully, we always take comfort in knowing that there have probably been a lot of mountain lions that have seen Paul and I, but we've never seen one. So we'll take that as a good sign. Two miles in, taking a break for a protein bar, relax a little bit. Wow. That's pretty crazy. We're getting some of our first views of the park way out there, and it looks absolutely crazy. So we just passed our first two people on the trail, and they told us not to get lost on the moose tracks. So maybe we're wrong. Maybe there are moose in Zion National Park. That's definitely something we'll have to look up when we get home. But we're getting close. We're at about 2.8 miles now. We have 3.5 total until we get to observation point. So definitely looking forward to getting there. Walking through this much snow is definitely a workout. Crazy.
Yeah.
So after a very long walk through the snow, we made it to the top. This is absolutely incredible. Down there, you can see Angel's Landing, which is another hike that Paul and I did years ago, maybe in 2019?
Yeah.
2018, 2019?
2018.
And it's amazing to be even further back and seeing more of Zion Valley. Just absolutely incredible. And we're the only people here. And I don't think there's a better place that we could be eating a turkey sandwich right now. Definitely a lunch with a view. As much as I'd love to stay here for the rest of the day and just enjoy this view, we have two doggies to get back to and a long snowy walk back to the car. So time to head back.
And a long snowy drive out.
And a long snowy drive out too. We made it.
Made it.
Good work.
You too, little lady.
That was something.
It sure was. Lots of snow.
Yeah. Now just to get the Jeep out of here safely.
Yep. Those two trucks are stock though.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good sign. Two other trucks came down after us. So hopefully that's a sign that we can make it out here just fine. Yeah, wonderful hike. Definitely more tiring than your regular 7-mile hike with all of the snow to trudge through, but so awesome. Definitely worth it for that view. The Jeep is grinding.
It's grinding.
That was a little slippery.
A little bit.
Nice driving. Good job.
Thanks. Tell the Jeep. I did nothing except for press the buttons.
Did you put the lockers on?
All of them.
Both of the lockers, front and rear?
Yep, and we're in 4-wheel low.
Wow.
Yeah.
Go Jeep, go Jeep, go.
That's right.
We made it out of the snowy road, but not without first having to pull a 4Runner out of being stuck in the snow. For some reason, this 4Runner didn't have 4-wheel drive. We were really surprised, and it was a rental car, and they got it stuck on the side of the road a little bit. So Paul got out our tow rope that my dad bought for us. It's come in handy a few times now when other people have been stuck. Pulled them right out, and now we're back on the pavement. So this has been a great day. We had so much fun. Zion is absolutely beautiful. So happy we got to visit it again. I think I'll probably wrap up the video here. Tomorrow's Sunday, so we'll get to go on some more weekend adventures, and I'll probably start a new video for that. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next adventure.